Reading Myanmar, Vowels Lesson 1. First of all consonants need to have a vowel sound associated with them. However, sometimes a consonant has no vowel associated with it. And so in the absence of a vowel, a short A sound is given by default. In this first example, we're going to draw from the language app under the heading Greetings and Introductions. The statement here is, his name is. That last consonant, remember how that sounds? Ga. When you repeated it in learning your consonant letters, there was a short A sound associated with it. At the end of this statement, it's exactly the same. So the vowel sound that's added to this consonant is a short A sound, A. So the sound it makes is Ga. You can listen to it on the language app. Okay, so here is our first vowel. We want to walk through a few of the features that I've set up here to help you understand how to pronounce and where to find each vowel. The first is knowing where to locate each vowel, which consonant to associate it with. Now we say that because sometimes a vowel will appear after a consonant, before a consonant, sometimes under it, sometimes on top of it, sometimes spread all around it. So the first thing you need to know is, what consonant do I associate this vowel with? So I've used two different methods. The first is, you'll see the double dotted line. That represents where the consonant is going to appear. The description it gives is always to the right of a consonant. So that's pretty straightforward and easy. Now the next thing you're going to want to know is, how do I pronounce this vowel? So I give you an example taken from the English language. This particular vowel is pronounced like the A in father. So that makes it Ah. Now if you use the language app or the Paiboon Publishing Dictionary or maybe some other dictionaries, they're going to use a method called romanization. In other words, let's try to put these Burmese sounds into Roman letters, the letters that we use in the English language. And so we've included a description of how you're going to find these vowels represented in those resources. We're going to give you two different usages. The first is, how does the language app romanize that sound? The second is, the Paiboon Publishing Dictionary. How does it romanize the sound? We're going to put it here under the heading of romanization. We're also going to include it at the top of each page that discusses vowels. If there are two different ones at the top of the page, you'll always see the language app depicted first, the dictionary second. The next thing we want you to understand is the usage. How often are you going to see this particular vowel? To give you some kind of an expectation as you begin looking through literature. Lastly, we may need to include a note. Particularly on this vowel, we note that there are two different forms. But it doesn't matter, they're pronounced the same way. It only has to do with the letter they're associated with. You don't even need to know the reason why, just know that they are pronounced identically. Lastly, on this particular page, we're going to give you 2 or 3 examples of words that you can actually use that will be useful to you in the ministry, in talking with people. We'll try to make them simple words that implement these vowels. So the last thing I'm going to do as we cover each vowel is give you an example of their usage taken directly from the language app. The purpose of this is, I'd really like you to listen to the language app closely, to listen to the pronunciation that's given there, and it will really help you. So this particular statement is taken from the language app, the Greetings and Introductions section. It is the statement, hello. You'll notice that here on this page we have the vowels highlighted. We want you to be able to see where they're at in relation to the consonants. And we want you to be able to listen on the language app so you understand clearly how those vowels are pronounced. So, that ends our first lesson.